Hey guys, it's Whimsy Rainbow Star, and I am here with the October vlog. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is Five Nights at Freddy's, because as you guys know, I've been trying to get Five Nights at Freddy's done in time for Sister Location, which comes out in less than a week, or exactly a week, whatever. And if you guys have been watching my videos, you've seen that I've gotten up to Night 6 on the first game, Night 5 on the second game, and I had to skip doing 420 mode for now, but the second game, I'm dreading Night 6 because it looks like it's going to be just as hard as 420 mode was in the first game because it's just so hectic. So I'm going to fiddle with it, but I don't know. That's probably not going to get done before Sister Location comes out, but I've at least reached Night 5. I want to start the third game, and I need to start the fourth game, but part of it's maybe procrastinating, but part of it's also, I get so stressed out when I think about playing these games, which sucks because the third game's actually my favorite one in the installment. And I want to get these done before Sister Location, but if I don't, I will at least have started them before Sister Location. Because what I predict is I'm going to play the first night of Sister Location, or however that works, get freaked out, and probably not come back to it for a couple more, like a week or something, but it's gonna happen. It's just, I'm probably gonna get freaked out because I don't know what to expect. But in the meantime, I'll work on the other two games, 3 and 4 respectively, but hopefully that'll work out because it's October, it's scary stuff, so maybe that'd be better to just, because, it's the month of October, I want to have some scary games. But yeah, just the anxiety of thinking about getting in there and having to deal with all the scary and this, it's not the scary, it's the stress that I worry about, the stress of I gotta not die, it's like, oh man, especially when you're on a schedule and you're just like, I want to play something that's more relaxing, whatever. But I will get it done, for sure. Now, before I get started on Five Nights at Freddy's again, I need to figure out a better recording setup, because if you guys saw, I'm sure those of you who've watched Five Nights at Freddy's already have seen other YouTubers play it or have played it yourself. And I use OBS Studio, but I either haven't figured out how, or OBS doesn't offer it, to keep my videos from being on the same layer, like to have them separate, like my webcam separate from the game screen, which is how I do it for console capture. I have 2 different files that I put together, match up the audio, and then that's, and I can move my my little face cam in the corner around if something is being blocked. I usually do that if, most games, the HP's in the upper left, so I move my head down or something like that, but I can't do that on the computer just because it just won't, I either don't know how or it won't let me in this software. So I'm gonna try to figure out a new setup for that, because I felt really bad that you guys couldn't see the it's me in the corner or the battery running out. So it's that's kind of I don't want to lose that. And I don't know if Sister Location might have something that you need to see in the corner, because, I want you guys to be able to see it. You'll probably see it from other YouTubers because they've got better equipment, but, I want to be able to provide good stuff, too, for you guys. But okay, so what I did with my backdrop is, you guys remember, it's usually, right behind me when I play games, but that got really claustrophobic and hard to, move around with, and it was just so in my way, so I actually pushed it back behind my bed. That way it's further back, but it still covers most of everything. And then I just cover my bed with this rainbow blanket, which you can only see the little back edge of it. But it does its job for what I need it to, because there's so much junk on my bed usually, so I just kind of threw this blanket over all of it. Of course now it's clean, but that's actually helped a lot, just because I feel like this thing traps the air behind me, and it's been so hot lately. I know I don't live in a super hot area, I'm not in Arizona or anything. I know people who live there and it's sweltering, but our weather's been pretty bad. And I may have mentioned this before, but my room in this house, we have an old house, my room has the worst circulation. Even with the door open, even with the window open, it's still hot. And in the wintertime, it's freezing. So it's just, this room just has bad temperature or insulation, I don't know. So I have to deal with that, and even the AC doesn't really help much. It just kind of blows on me, and then it doesn't cool down the room. So trying to do Let's Plays in a hot room that's probably why most of my Let's Plays have been off lately, because it's too hot. And I don't function well in heat. Most humans probably don't anyway, but I'm just if it's hot, I'm just I can't. So I've had a little fan on me for some games, just because it's just so, if there's no circulating air in this room, it's awful. So I've been trying to figure out how to deal with that. So if you guys hear my fan, it's because it's on, because it's just so hot. And I also have, as you guys can see, there's a little bit of illumination that's different. I have a lamp. It's not a new lamp, it's actually an old lamp, but I figured I could use it for Let's Plays, because my computer screen mainly, darkens me too much when the screen goes black, especially in Subnautica when I go underwater and it's like nighttime or whatever. So I have that lamp so that it at least keeps some illumination on me, because I don't want it to change too much where you can't see me, because, you know, a lot of YouTubers, I think they have like better equipment, of course, but they have it where you don't even see the color change in their face. Maybe like for Mark in his glasses you can see the reflection, but that's like it. For me, you can see the whole color change, but you know. And this is all computer stuff. I haven't done console games lately because I haven't really had much that you guys are probably interested in to play. I'm looking in. I got Elder Scrolls Online maybe a week ago or two. I haven't touched it yet, but I want to start playing it with Miranda so we can maybe start doing some games together. She's going to start doing some games with me, and we'll alternate channels that we put them on. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out my recording stuff right now. I apologize for the really sporadic schedule lately. Like I said, it's been heat, it's been stuff I have to deal with. I've been fluctuating between nocturnal and, you know, waking up early in the morning, because it was weird, because I realized that I think it's better if I'm nocturnal when it's hot, because I'm sleeping during the heat of the day, and I'm awake at night where it's nice and cool, so I get a lot done. Because I found that like a couple weeks ago when I was nocturnal, I was getting so many Let's Plays done, and I'm like, I'm good, I got like a week's worth of stuff done. And then I started getting up at 6 in the morning, and things were late, or not even happening, and I'm just like, that's weird. So it just could be the weather, I don't know. So, I mean, you guys won't notice if I'm up all night, but I'll know, but it's fine if that's the case. The only thing is, I will be starting temporary work soon for the month of October. It's just a seasonal position, but I will be getting up really early, so, and that's fine. I asked for that schedule because I like to work early. Like that's an ideal thing. But it's possible that on some days there may not be a video if something. I plan to not have that happen. Like, I'm gonna try to be like, no, a video a day at least. But you know, if something, it just gets too out of hand, I may have to skip a day. I really don't want to, but worst case scenario. But I'll let you guys know on Twitter. If you guys follow my Twitter, you'll get all of my like updates and stuff. I always post on Twitter going, hey guys, this, you know. Less so on my Facebook, but you know, I still try to let you guys know. If not, I try to mention it on my page's comments. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but on my channel, there's like the comments discussion area. I try to post there too, because that's where I figured you guys would see it. So check those every once in a while if you're interested on maybe why scheduling is weird or something. I might have an explanation there. Now, I know I was doing 2 videos a day back when I had some material of me and my friend Almas playing Assassin's Creed, but he hasn't been able to record. Also, they didn't really get as much reception as I thought they would. Like, the first episode got like 20-something views, which is pretty good for considering my channel's really small, but after that they got like 2, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep going with that, but if you guys want us to, let us know. Some of my friends were like, oh cool, you're doing Assassin's Creed, but then it was like, but no one's watching it, so I mean, you know, I don't know. Because it is easier sometimes to do games by myself, and all my, like, Subnautica, like, that's gotten better, in the past couple weeks, as far as views go. So, I don't know if we'll be continuing that. We were gonna do Resident Evil and all that, which would be great for Halloween, but who knows. Interestingly, I have actually gotten back into playing Dungeons & Dragons. I have not played in about 3 years, and it was something that I used to play a lot, based on who I was with, but I lost a lot of friends through an ordeal, so, and they were all D&D people, so I didn't really play it much, but then, you know, my friend Almas and friends of his, they play D&D, and I've been playing it for the past, we've had 3 sessions, and it's been amazing. I'm so glad to get back into it, and I'm really interested in Brent's campaign. It's a lot of fun. I'm playing a really cool character, and I'm really involved in it. I'm really happy. So that's been really cool to get back into that, so, you know, if you guys have any questions or I mean, I don't think there's anything I could put on YouTube D&D related, but, you know, I can totally discuss it for just, I don't know what that would be, but, you know, it's a lot of fun. I may have mentioned this in the September update, maybe not. I did get a hotel booked for SAC Anime winter of 2017, so I will be there. Miranda plans to go too. Hopefully that works out because she's out of state, so she'll have to fly in. But where we plan to go, that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to do Purple Guy, I'm going to do Aloys, and I don't know what else. Probably just those 2. Of course, it's winter. Aloys might be a little cold, but I don't care. It's a Black Butler cosplay. They're usually really hot. Okay, so one of the biggest things I wanted to talk about, I finally, as you guys may have seen, got time lapses done. I apologize for how long that took, but there's several reasons why, but I finally got the pictures. They look really good that my friend took. I'll show you guys a couple. You know, Brent took all these at Anime Expo, and it was a lot of fun. Mostly, like, and, you know, we got more pictures of Bayonetta because that cosplay was so extensive, but there's also some of Snake. We didn't get many of us as Black Butler characters, if at all. I think he got a couple shots of Miranda, but I won't post those because those are hers, not mine. But getting the pictures of those, and then what also helped was I found out that YouTube has a thing for creators. It's got like music that you can use that's like royalty free, at least that's what it seems to say. Because that was the biggest thing. I'm like, I gotta have music, but I can't make my own music. I'm not good at that. So I found that, and I was like, well, what do you know? I can do it now. So I went, you know, and got some music, and I got some time lapses out, and you guys have really responded well to them, so I'm really happy about that. And it made me realize that I want to do more creation stuff on YouTube that's not just gaming, you know? Like, I want to have more stuff on YouTube that's just like a time lapse of me doing a project, because it gets me more involved to do the project, and it's really cool to see it when it's finally done, and you guys get to see the process of me going through it. And, you know, time lapses are different than tutorials, but, like, I haven't had any recommendations for a tutorial in a while, so there's not been anything for that. But one thing I will do, though, is I said I wasn't going to, but I'm going to be Papyrus for Halloween. I said I was going to do that, but I wasn't going to time-lapse it. But now I think I am, just because why the heck not? I'm going to time-lapse it. I mean, I haven't started any of it. I got the fabric for it, but I haven't started it. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to have to rush through that while I work and do videos, all that, but you guys will get to see that process, and hopefully it won't take too long. I don't think Papyrus is going to be that hard to do. My friend already bought me a cloth mask we're going to draw his face on, so, because she did that with her Gaster and with their Sans, so that'll work out. Yeah, and mainly I've been, like, aside from doing games, I've been trying to get my life together. I'm just like, oh my god, just so much, so I'm hoping that, working right now will help me with a little bit of money, because money isn't really something I have a lot of, and I'm not getting any from YouTube yet. You know, I'm not big enough of a channel. But that's fine. You know, I'm trying to make this, even if it's just a hobby in the long run, it's still been a really great adventure. So I've had a couple game suggestions from one of you guys to do the Yandere Simulator. I have no idea what that's about, but I can only guess. Franbao, which I've seen Mark play like an episode or two. I didn't watch all of it though, because I'm like, well, if I play it, I don't want to know the secrets, you know what I mean? But it looked interesting. And then Walking Dead, I'm not really a zombie person, which is weird because I like Resident Evil, but if that's what you guys want to see me play, I would be willing to play it. Because I'm just, like, Walking Dead's not really a thing of mine, but the extent I know of it is, like, when, in Mark's Drunk Minecraft, him and Wade would make references to it and be like, I'm Herschel! That's all I know of The Walking Dead, aside from anything my mom's told me, which I don't pay attention to, but I would be willing to look into playing that. Just so to entertain you guys. And, you know, it's a new game, why not? Now, I am also closing up a couple games. I just filmed the last episode of Hoonie Pop. I am about to film the last episode of Undertale. I don't know if I'll do that today, because I don't know if I'm emotionally ready. And there was another game I was finishing up. Maybe it was just those two. I don't remember. Well, I still have one more episode of Spyro to post, but I really don't know if anyone's going to care. I'm still going to post it just because, you know, whatever. And I wanted to start the second Spyro game, but I just don't know who's going to really care to see it. I don't know if there's any gamers out there who want to see old games, but, you know. But, see, like I said, the first one was a tutorial, which was the dumbest thing ever, or a walkthrough, I guess. I'm not going to play the second one as a walkthrough. I'm going to play it to play it. But I think that's all I'm closing up. Aside from Five Nights at Freddy's games, that's different, because they're kind of short. They're just so complicated. So I hope you guys have a really good Halloween. I'm really looking forward to Halloween this year. We're gonna decorate the backyard. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and you know, I'm gonna be working, but I'll be available on Halloween. I want to hand out really big candy bars to the kids, because I'm like, that was always fun when you'd have like a neighbor who you knew handed out like giant Costco-sized candy bars, and you're like, yes, so I want to do that this year. We don't get many kids here, but like, for the ones who are, I'm like, hey, here's a giant Kit Kat for you, or something else, whatever. Other than that, you know, just chilling on Halloween. You guys be safe and all that. I don't know how many of you go trick-or-treating or go to parties. It's, you know, different, depending on your age, I guess. I am nervous as heck about Sister Location. I'm sure many YouTubers are who plan to play it, or any people in general who plan to play it. I have not even watched the trailer. I am scared to death of what it's going to hold. You guys will probably see within a week an episode of, you know, I don't know if the other YouTubers are going to get early access to it, so they might pop up with episodes, but I'm not going to watch them because I don't want to be spoiled for anything. I want to do this all on my own. That's why it's so scary. But I'm looking forward to it, and I'm not, so. I'm now at 147 subscribers, so it went up decently last month. I think that SAC Anime really helped with handing out cards, and I've been able to hand out cards a couple other times to people just passing. If I find an opportunity, I'm gonna give you a card. Like, that's just gonna happen, but, you know, it's usually like, if it's got the proper opener. I'm not gonna just be like, hey, take my card! No, no. I'm not gonna be dumb like I was at the Grump Show giving it to Aaron. That was stupid, but whatever. Yeah. I've also been posting to Instagram every day, just, you know, like pictures of cosplay, mostly the pictures of Anime Expo. And I post screenshots on there just for fun of the games that I played that day, you know, all that. It's just, and I think it's actually helped because a lot of people really like them, so people on Twitter have been following me and people on Instagram and all that, so it's been pretty cool. It's not like huge numbers, I am nowhere near that yet, but for what numbers I have now, I feel pretty accomplished. So I need to get back to doing some games here because I've finally recorded like a bunch of games in one day, or a bunch of episodes. I recorded 3 Subnautica episodes today. 2 of them, one of them's out already. 2 of them are gonna be for later. I did a Minecraft. I did Huni Pop. If I can figure it out, I'll do Five Nights at Freddy's 3 tonight. Not all of it, but like hopefully the first 3 nights. I got a jam. But like I said, I want to figure out a better recording setup. And I might start recording console games on instead of using my television, because you guys know how glitchy that thing gets, I'm going to use my computer monitor, because it's really big. That's probably why Five Nights at Freddy's is so, like, stressful. It's such a big monitor, but it's a decent monitor for watching anything on, or playing games on, and I'm like, you know what, it generates less heat, it's more, like, personal. Maybe I'll just use my monitor to do console games, so I'll figure that out. So it might look a little different, but it's really not going to be much different, aside from the screen being a lot closer to me. In any case, you guys have a good October. Hopefully I will too. And not be too stressed out with work and everything, but, you know, it's all good. And, you know, thank you guys for your comments and for all your views and your likes, and it's been great. And, you know, hopefully October won't be too scary with all the Let's Plays. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.